Alright dudes, we are back in action. This is episode 16, and first up we got Kyle. Hey Gary, here's my bike, mainly use it to commute here in Chicago. First build I've tried, so roast away. Keep up with the vids, much love. Thanks Kyle. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so he asked for a roast. Let's make it a bit bigger. Alright, this is Kyle's bike. It's got a specialized rock hopper. Looks like it's got a little bit of an oven rack happening on the front. Not sure why. It's got this ugly grip shift here. A couple of points of that. A speaker here. Again, a little bit obnoxious with the speaker. No one wants to listen to your music. It's got this quick release lever flipping up as well. That's in the wrong position. And it's running STX. Maybe it's Olivio because these are the record cranks. For not having your logos matched up. It's like you tried to, but yeah, just slightly off. I'm gonna roast you for your crank arm being more than horizontal. You can see it's not parallel to this line here. Alright, let's see what other photos he's got. Alright, just a front shot here. Not much to it, just more of the oven rack. Looks like you'd fit a whole pizza in there. Pizza pie, reshot. Same shot, but just the back. And then he just wants to show you his special seat. It's pretty cute with the stars, I guess. Kind of like Magic Kingdom type of vibes. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Pretty sick. Looks pretty cruisy. I like the swept back bars and this adjustable stem. I know you try to hide it with the stem bag, but yeah. I think if you get a sore back, whatever, you can tilt it all the way up vertical and then you get about another 6 inches of rise. Cheers, Carl. Thanks for sending. Alright, next one is Joe. Joe says, my name's Joy. Okay, so his name's Joy. Here's my bike, do your worst. I guess Joy could be a female name too. He or she wants to roast. So yeah, first up, I'm gonna roast you for your fake bar position here. There's no way in hell that you're riding with your bars with this extreme drop. I think this is just for looks, just kind of flex saying that you use this on the track in the velodrome, but really you just ride on the streets and you always keep your hands up the top here. It's got this aggressive seat angle, almost looks like you're falling off. Got a raw frame, looks like a lacquer frame with yeah, I actually don't know what's going on here with the rear dropout. Looks like maybe it's a DIY frame actually. Got the one spoke card here. I know you try to flex with your massive drop, but only having one race under your belt, I think that's not enough. And then got some carbon forks here, and looks like you're running a mullet setup with maybe a 26C on the back and a 28 on the front, and then resting your pedal, your SPDs on the flat curb there. I think you lose a couple of points for SPDs as well. I will give you a point back for not having a brake on the fixed gear, which is good. So yeah, there you go. Some light wheels. This person, Joy, actually lined up her logos, which is pretty spot on. I can't really fault her for that. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Looks like a nice bike. Looks fast, but we all know that you won't be riding it fast. Alright, next up is Jonas. Still missing the mount for the rear disc. Other than that, it's ready to put to work. And he said, toast me. So it looks like it's using some third-party app so he doesn't get hacked. I'm not sure if he sent this from his phone or maybe just a public library laptop. Alright, so here's his bike. So he says missing the rear disc, so he's only running one brake on the front. So yeah, gonna roast him for just having one brake on the front. Gonna roast him here for the crank arm not being horizontal. It's pretty close, but it's not there. I think these tires are pretty cool. I haven't seen tires actually look this fresh at outside before. It's kind of amazing how you were able to keep them super clean, and then the clean chain. This definitely must have been a fresh build that he just pulled out. Chain super clean, tires are cleaner than factory, and he's got this brown GT frame. I personally am not a fan of the brown, but yeah, maybe you like it. And then it's got a Thompson post, flight saddle. These look new too. A lot of new parts on this. New fork, obviously. I don't know about this neon hub. Seems a little bit out of place. Seems like you probably had a lapse in your build. and then you picked out these ugly green fluoro-ish snot green hubs, which doesn't match the frame, but you're a person that also likes brown on their bikes, so I guess that's a given. And then just XTR on the back, a crank on the front. I think it probably bugs you that your crank is a little worn here. It's a little bit patinaed since everything else of yours is so fresh. But yeah, overall looks pretty fun. Looks like a cool bike actually. I think it'd be fun to ride around. I think you definitely need to get a basket or something, a crate on the front. That definitely helps me for sure. You rarely use it like this, I think, unless you got a big bag or something. But yeah, thanks for sending in. Nice one, JOnas. Alright, next up is Kai. Kai says, "Hi Gary, my name is Kai and I'm a huge fan of your work. I haven't been following your YouTube for very long, but I follow your Instagram for a while now and I love seeing your builds. I'm pretty new to building bikes and seeing the stuff you worked on has definitely inspired and helped me a ton in the process of restoring my bike. Speaking of which, this is my 96 Gary Fisher Huku Iku. Hopefully you like it." And he just says, Kai, thanks for the kind words. And he just wants a normal review. So this is his bike, pretty cool. It's got the Magic Component forks and Gary Fisher nice green frame. I think green and tan wars work pretty well. Looks like he's got his old XC type of style bike, flat bars, long stem, tall seat. So maybe maybe Kai's a little bit older. It's got that old school vibe. Looks pretty cool actually with the long stem and these segmented forks. Reminds me of the old Fat Chances. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And it's got Auris on here. Got some new tires, DTHs. Yeah, pretty clean. I think your cable's slightly too long here on both ends, but maybe you want to switch some stuff around, so that's fine. Got the rubber chainstay protector, and yeah, pretty cool overall. I'd say also your brakes are probably a little bit too far out on both sides, but yeah, if they work, I wouldn't worry about it. Got the medium ring and these Sugino cranks, pretty clean, all chrome or silver. Borgo pedals, and then another long cable here. But yeah, overall pretty cool. This saddle's pretty cool as well. It's like an old SDG saddle, and it's got some like engraved flame pattern. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, that's it. Nice bike. Thanks for sending, Kai. Nice job. Alright, next one is Jogi. And hi, I'm Glen from Philippines. Hi Glen. Here's my almost 10-year-old supermarket bike that started me in this bike addiction. I've changed all the parts over the years and the only stock on this are the rim, spokes and frame. This is a commuter bike now. It looks ready, but I can leave it locked outside when I go get some groceries. Cheers, mate. Alright, Google Drive, my worst enemy, Google Photos. But let's see what we got. Yeah, this bike's pretty crazy. Just like it. Looks like he's got a aluminum frame, but then he changed these forks out and then dropped the bottom bracket for kind of like a on the ground faster approach. And yeah, he asked for a roast, so I'm gonna roast you for your BB being too low, having almost no toe clearance on your on your bike. I'm surprised you can even turn the wheel with the toe clearance being so little. And yeah, running fenders with the fat tires. I don't know if the fenders would take any water off. I'm gonna roast you for this lime green protector. I think that's pretty corny. And I think your seat tilt, it's a little, probably like 2 degrees down too low. And then gonna roast you for having your light resting on your seat post here. Let's see what else we got. Just another front shot. Gonna roast you for this cable lock getting in the way when you pedal, and some brakes up front. Gonna roast you here for your seat being tilted to the right. It's got some Shimano brakes here, disc brakes. Got some Livio rear mac. Got a kickstand happening. Just another picture of the disgusting lock here. And that was it. That was the last picture. I guess he really wanted to show off this lock. Alright, thanks for sending, Glen. Yeah, definitely right. No one's gonna bother taking that at the supermarket. Alright, next up we got Bearded Wax. Hi Gary, I've been following you on YouTube for a while now. I've always wanted to make a nice mountain bike commuter, but the market for such bikes where I am is non-existent. Global brands were too expensive for the country at the time, so I can only find local crap brands from that era. I've come across Specialized Hard Rock XC 2007 with my friends, family addict, and I've been contemplating offering them a deal for it. My question is, do you think it would be a fun bike to do groceries and commute on? I don't have any experience in mountain bikes and no one else to ask about it. This bike is the same one. I didn't take pictures of it when I saw this Japanese website, but it's the only place I could find it. So this isn't really the right place for you to send this type of bike or send this type of question. But to answer your question, I think you can do any bike to do groceries and commute on as long as it runs and it holds up. So yeah, any kind of bike would do. Probably just don't think about it too much. Just get a bike, try doing it, and then you'll work yourself out. All right, next up is Julian, and he says, "Hi Gary, here's my giant attraction. Before the photos, when it was goofy grocery bike, after is now stripped down just for fun. You may have another, yes, may need another half link as the chain is a bit short. A lot to roast here, self-roast." So he said roasty, so this is a grocery getter, I guess. So I'm not sure. Okay, so here it is. He's got the grocery getter set up, and then he kind of cleaned it back up here to a single speed. So hate to break it to you, but I think actually having it the way it was before probably is way more useful. You got this both front and back rack, got a kickstand here, super useful, and this cushioned seat, and also a light. And then what you've turned it into is basically almost a useless bike, just for riding around flat on the ground. Can't go fast with these bars. The seat is probably 10 times more uncomfortable than the other bike. And the tires, I think the tires would probably be the only upgrade that is better, rolls a bit smoother. But yeah, other than that, not too much to it. I think it just, yeah, it's more like a cruiser bike now. It's sort of a super uncomfy cruiser bike with the seat slammed forward, this plastic seat slammed forward. But yeah, not too bad, I guess. Nice try. Thanks, Julian. All right, next up is Jaime. Jaime sent a bunch of emails, looks like. "Hi Gary, big fan from San Fran Bay Area, Cali, USA. Love your content. Check my old Breezer Hurricane. I need to roast it. Don't hold back, Jaime." Resending to make sure he received it. So yeah, Jaime was, you can see he's just like super thirsty. He sent me 3 emails just making sure that they got to me. So first roast is, I'm just going to roast you for being way too thirsty. Second roast is, he did Google images. Let's see if these work. They might not work, so I don't know. This seems kind of sketchy, so yeah, I'm going to say this is kind of sketchy, so I'm not going to look at it. Just resize the photos to be smaller and resend. That's the third roast. Good luck, Jaime. All right, next up is Travis. Travis sent in this POS for a review. So kind of just like a low effort send. I'm going to just say it's, yeah, can't really see much. I think I'll ignore this one too. All right, next up is Joe Mama, which is his name, which is, I think, just like a play on words. But this is Ollie. "Hi Gary, I'm a big fan of videos. I'm from Farmington, Utah. Last year I picked up a cheap 6KU, some Taiwanese cheap brands so I could get into fixed ski for riding cheap. There's a group ride every city on Thursday night called the 9. I built this bike so I could go shred the 9 but commute around town. Farmington has some pretty gnarly hills, so I've kept the OEM gear ratio 46/16 and it can get pretty spinny. I'm limited to 25 miles per hour, about 120 to 140, not entirely sure. 120 to 140 RPM, not entirely sure, but it's a Franken bike. A lot of spare parts. Anyway, here's different configuration. Just some info on the bike here. And he asked for roast. Yeah, I'm gonna roast you for too many stickers on your bike. Just overkill, you can't even see what's going on. Gonna roast you for these bent bars going down. Gonna roast you for your quick release going on the wrong side. Gonna roast you for this chain ring being too bright. And let's see what else he's got. I'm gonna roast you for no bar ends here. Gonna roast you for this ghetto bottle holder. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. You just got it strapped on to this bottle. I feel like this would be hard to take out when you're riding. So yeah, you might have to rethink this issue here. And then just gonna roast you for this bad shot with a reflector and a light here, taken in 2024 using still using these little displays in 2024, you might want to upgrade your camera a little bit. And then here's got some bike bags, little bit crazy with the ep.16 machine bike bag again. But yeah, if that's what you're into, that's cool. More pics of the bike. Got the bottle in the way here of the frame bag, gonna roast you for that. Got the ATM machine on the front now, and that's basically it. Yeah, I guess last roast I'm gonna roast you for having rim brake marks on your rim, but you're running disc brakes here. Alright, thanks for sending, Ollie. Alright, next up is a Gallas, and he did a full flyer here. After 6 months of waiting, finally finished my bike build to build it with French parts. The French track bike built by Andre Bertin for a women's French track team, and they were only 12 built and painted this way. I think mine was raced because it had a racing number on the TT. Alright, here's the bike, and just want a bike review. Alright, so yeah, it looks like a pretty fun bike. Looks, if it's handmade, looks pretty well built. I like the lugs there, looks pretty straight. Top tube, got these older style forks. Running classic toe clips. I think toe clips and these type of pedals and this stem and these bars and the frame all match the same era. Kind of the same with the rims as well, so nice look on that. But yeah, overall pretty cohesive build. I think looks good, looks like a fast track bike. Proportions look pretty decent, and yeah, not too much to it. You also got it slammed in the dropouts here with minimal gap, just like your classic track racer. So I think it looks good. I'd take this reflector off. This reflector was probably like a 2000s reflector, so wrong era reflector. I just take that off and then you're good. Nice, thanks for sending. Alright, next up is Nick. Gary, my kids and I enjoy videos. Please roast my daily driver 2022 Bianchi Bravia. It's a 650 conversion, although I had to dimple the chainstays a little to fit the 650B by 42 tires. I enjoy the bike and ride daily, but look forward to getting roasted too. Can schedule a meeting with Nick here, and yeah. Alright, here's his bike, Bianchi, pretty classic in the cream and the navy. I like the lighter tires with the light frame. I think that looks pretty cool. Can't see what's going on here. Looks like he's got a D-lock hanging off his bars. Got a handkerchief in his underneath the saddle here in case he needs to blow his nose. And he only sent one pic, so this is the pic. Looks like he's running friction shifters by this lever. Got a nice front rack on the front, and got some new style pedals. I think probably too new for this bike. Crank arm not horizontal, drivetrain too dirty, and I think that's basically it. Looks like a nice ride though, for sure. Looks pretty comfy. I think, yeah, overall I think just if anything that stands out the most is this pedal. Seems out of place. But yeah, fix that. You got a pretty nice bike. Thanks, Nick. Alright, this is another Nick, or it could be the same Nick, but he sent me a PDF. Alright, so he sent a few more photos. So yeah, gonna roast Nick for putting a little presentation together for his bike. I feel like he's probably like an older person and maybe does PowerPoints for a living, but yeah, he chucked it in a PowerPoint. You can take Nick out of the office, but you can't take the office out of the Nick. More pics, got his D-lock up front. This is a quite interesting D-lock position if this is his daily position. I feel like it would bang around a bit. And then yeah, not too much extra, just an Atlas sticker. He got some pictures of his kids here. I probably have to blur the faces or something. But yeah, gonna roast you for making your kids hold up this piece of paper. I'm sure they're not happy about that. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Cheers, Nick. Thanks for the love. Alright, so Nick sent another email, just ignore that. It's got his phone number on there. Alright, next up is Enzio. Hi Gary, this is my retried upload of my Vision R40 Recumbrant. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so let's see if it works. Alright, so yeah, this is by what did it ask for? Enzio asked for a roast. So yeah, I'm gonna roast you for having this bike basically. Like, you gotta figure out, do you wanna exercise or do you just wanna sit on the couch and watch TV? I think that's probably the main thing with this bike. I would say, just judging by the geometry, I'd say the bars are a little bit too close to the seat. I don't know how you could actually fit there. You would probably have to yeah, you probably have to turn the bars with your mouth or something because it's just so close. And let's see if he's got some other photos. Rear Altus, just a front chain ring. It's got this extra bolt issue happening to space out his front mech. I've never seen that done before, but I guess that's pretty wild. Alright, showing his chain slack here. Some brake cable going around this fork where you turn. This could be an issue. And then let's see, just a picture of a bike basket on the back. Not sure why you sent this, but yeah, overall, yeah, looks like a pretty weird bike. Looks pretty fun. I think you gotta just be careful your chain slack. Looks about one length too long, so you might just want to fix that up. But yeah, overall, hope that suits you, and thanks for sending. Alright, next up is Dallas. Dallas sent this bike. He just said review. So he sent a couple of pics. So yeah, it just looks like an overall adventure bike. You got a big number plate here, and yeah, it's kind of a strange bike, I think, just with this type of frame style. Looks like a type of racing frame or a hybrid frame, but it's got these shocks. But yeah, it looks like it gets you around. Looks like you're out and about, visiting some coal mines and stuff. Got helmet going on, and yeah, riding the wet here as well. But yeah, thanks for sending, Dallas. Alright, next up is David. David sent a 90s Zin bike. And he said review/roast. And he said quirky stem conversion, which is just super disgusting stem here with the drop bars. I don't know, this bike is out of control. I think the geo is just way off. I think the frame is way too small for you. You can probably benefit from a frame about maybe like 2 or 3 sizes bigger. I think that would help you out. And then just casually leaning your bike against the rear mech there, that's probably not a good look. And then running these alien heads, STI shifters, funky saddle. You do have a nice bottle cage, I'll give you that. But yeah, thanks for sending. Cheers, David. Alright, next up is John, and John says, hello, got hell inspired over the spring by you and other YouTube builders. Dove headfirst into buying all the tools and stuff needed for my own cruiser. End result is a 20 Muni Moolah from 98. Brought the frame and fought from a guy who gave up on the build. Had BMX parts back then, and this was the end result. Surprisingly comfortable for a tall dude, 1.9 meters, and really fun to cruise around on. Shimano Dior 1x11 conversion, rims from e-bike, seat and crank arms from a donor bike, not stolen, John. Alright, so this is bike he wanted to roast. Gotta roast you for this seat post. This seat post is almost falling off. I think it looks like you're almost bending your seat tube right here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end right here where your seat tube is. So yeah, just be super careful. I'm gonna roast you for having a matching lock, matching your bike. Gonna roast you for these disgusting red cables, and crank arm not straight. Cassette is too big on the rear for this chain length. And let's see what else you got. Gonna roast you for the brown grips. Don't know what's with everyone liking brown. It's not a good look. And then the frame is pretty cool, I think. Old Kona frame. Gonna roast you for having this chain ring running graphic side out. Dior remake on the back. Upgrades on the brakes and the pedals, I think. And yeah, that's basically it. Overall, just kind of like a big BMX bike, I guess, which is not too bad. John said, he said surprisingly comfortable for a tall dude, 1.9. And we all do it to ourselves. We all pretend when a bike isn't our size, we always pretend it fits. So yeah, good luck, John. Cheers for sending it in. Alright, next up is Jen's. It says, hi Gary, feel free to review my bike. So yeah, this is Jen's bike. And yeah, overall pretty sick. Looks like a touring type of bike. Got a DIY custom rack here. Super strong. Massive basket, bigger than my basket. Got some comfy bars. Got this old school giant frame pump tool. Yeah, this is ready to go on a mission. And then you got the front light and also saddlebag, stem bag. Got these record cranks, but they should be alright. But yeah, overall it looks pretty cool. It looks like a nice touring bike. Thanks for sending, Jen. Nice bike. Okay, next up is Matthew and parts info, so we can just look at the bike, I think. This is my first fixie, single speed, got on Facebook Marketplace, 150. and it's my daily commute for a few months. Alright, overall pretty sick. I think the brake is a little bit long, but yeah, it seems like a pretty fast bike. He just asked for a review, so yeah, it looks good. Looks like a fast bike. I like the Bianchi grip tape, little foam mount here, little saddlebag. The wheel is pretty slammed in the dropouts. Yeah, not too much to it. Looks pretty good. Looks fast. Some cable work here. Decided to run his cables on the outside. If you don't know, if it's first build, most people put their cables inside here, inside the grip to make it a little bit more clean, but if you like running cables out, you can run them out. And yeah, that's basically it. Just a few more pictures. Cool. Nice one. Looks like a fast bike. Cheers, Matt. Alright, next up is generic user. This is my 98, or hey, this is my 87 Schwinn Marauder. Close up picture of a stem, and gonna roast you for this saggy saddle. Looks like a melted piece of cake or something. Again with the brown. Gonna roast you with brown seat, brown grips, brown tires. Gonna roast you for this screw for being too long. Got some cruiser bars here. Yeah, it's such a shame, I think. If you changed out these grips and the seat, I feel like that would go a long way. You can even keep the tires if you want to. But yeah, overall cruisy bike. I do like this frame though. It's a super cool frame, single speed. Got your canties here, and yeah, old faded Schwinn bike. I wonder if this was red and faded to pink, or if it's pink bike. But yeah, cool pedals though. Nice one, generic user. Alright, next up is Sebastian. Hi Gary, time for me to face the music. Here's my latest build. Just an easy step through bike for the country roads or to cruise to next cafe. Basket in the rear carries 2 6-packs, so that's a win. I only had this old rusty frame lying about in my cellar. Rattle cat can spray job. Most parts are left over. I bought 26 wheels, 3 gear nexus and smaller parts. Time to find correct seat stem. I love it. It's very comfy. It makes you contemplate the landscape or whatever road you're on, and 6 to 6-packs after that. Probably having 2 more beers to do that. Seb, please roast a review as you wish. All the best to your lovely channel. Greetings from Vienna, Seb. Thanks, Seb. I appreciate that. So yeah, this is his bike. Super cruisy bike. This is a bike of a person who definitely smashes beers. Definitely doesn't care that the basket is tilting down all the way forward, and got this tube strap here to strap his beers down. But yeah, super cruisy. I don't think you care about going anywhere fast at all. You don't have to worry about brakes because you're not going fast enough to need to slow down. And got the step through frame, so if you're too drunk you won't need to be coordinated enough to lift your leg over the frame. But yeah, overall, I think this bike suits you, Seb. Nice one. Alright, next up is Jason, 92 Diamondback Ascent. He didn't say roast or review, but yeah, we'll just take a look. Yeah, Diamondback, pretty nice frame, I think. Just an older style frame, I think, pre-2000s. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks mostly stock, got some water bowls happening, upgraded the tires to be fatter, got these little bar ends which are kind of cool. Help you ride a long time. Nice view here. I don't know where this is, but looks like the Grand Canyon or something. I'm probably wrong, never been. But yeah, it suits it well. I think it has a pretty cool stance, this bike. Just old school kind of touring bike style, or old mountain bike style. Got the Tioga stem, T-bone stem, Avenue parts, classic Diamondback. Here, is this the year? 80 something, 88 maybe. Gotta love the True Temper AVR double body chromo tubing made in the USA. Here's his email. It's from Arizona, so maybe it's from Arizona. This is Jason's bike. He got it from a thrift store for 35 bucks, and he lives in an area lots of snowbirds. Retirees who live in northern states of summer and come to Arizona for winter. I don't know if you have those down under. We don't have snowbirds, but most people, retired people, move up to Queensland where it's warmer. But yeah, I think when you get older, you just don't give any Fs. You just, if you don't want to be cold, you just move or take a holiday. Pretty funny. The bike has original LX, which is pretty awesome. Didn't do much, just pump up tires, replace tires, grips, pedals. I added the cut down bar ends for additional hand position. So that's kind of cool. Maybe cut down his own bar ends. I think that's a little pretty cool hack. I might try that actually. Nice one, Jason. The saddle that came on this was fine, but I swapped the Brooks from another bike store. The bag is just a regular fanny pack with a waist strap strapped around. Simple, but it works. Do what you do, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the content inspiration. Thanks, Jason. I think it's a cool bike. I'm into it. And yeah, this is what a bike should be. Not tons of work. Keep it kind of stock. Keep all the nice parts if you have to. And yeah, you don't always have to go full ham on a custom build to have something nice. All right, thanks, Jason. All right, we're gonna end it on that one. End on Jason's bike. Beautiful bike with the beautiful scenery in the background. Yeah, I've been busy with the cargo build, but now that's done, it's back to regular programming, you can call it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and catch you next one. Peace.